Hello, welcome to the Dark Night Toolbox. My name is Alicia, and this is day 6 of 7 of What Are You Chakraing About, where we're exploring the Vedic tools of yoga, meditation, visualization, etc., to find out if they're helpful for us. So this is the 6th of 7 sessions, and if you haven't yet worked on the other 5, the chakras and their healing and balance are cumulative, so it might be helpful if you balance your other chakras before you jump in here and work on the third eye chakra. So this is the third eye chakra, number 6. It's also called Anja, or perception. It's located here in the middle of the forehead. The essence of this chakra is, this is wisdom. This is insight, where we are able to see the unseen and find information greater than knowledge. The element of this chakra is light, and as we worked our way up through solid, through liquid, through fire and heat, to air, to ether, the space between atoms, light is that energy that can be a wave or a particle that travels through to bring us the energy of vision. Now the color of this chakra is indigo. So indigo is a deep blue, kind of like that inky blue in a starry night when you can still see some blue in the sky. The note is A. It's the 6th frequency, 27 hertz note. And like I said, it's located here in the third eye. And this system, this chakra energy, governs the nervous system and also our visual system, like our eyes and our sight. The gland that this chakra governs is the pineal gland, which regulates our melatonin in our sleep. And this chakra has to do with dreams, has to do with our imagination. Now, the purpose of this chakra is insight, is wisdom. And the guardian, just like every chakra, has a purpose and it has a difficult emotion that guards that purpose. The guardian of insight, the guardian of a third eye, is illusion, which is also coupled with envy. So envy and illusion are similar qualities, and they can lead to behavioral issues such as competitiveness, possessiveness, these things that are basically the go-tos in our modern world, right? So we're all competing, we're all possessing our things and our partners, and that's kind of the MO of this modern world. So we're really having some issues as a society with envy, with jealousy, with competitiveness. And when we find ourselves in this place, which we are, we need to call in the warrior. So the warrior for insight is wisdom. The wisdom of transfiguration, where we can use our imagination and our dreams and our ideas and our reasoning to transform our possessiveness, our competitiveness, our jealousy, our envy. We can transform those qualities to charity and kindness, generosity. So one really simple thing with our minds that we can do before we get on our mat and get into the Vedic tools is if we're feeling jealous or envious or competitive with others, we can do something nice for them. It's one simple way to help change and transform the energy of illusion. So now we're going to get out of our minds. That's the overview of the third eye chakra. Its purpose is insight, its guardian is illusion, the warrior is wisdom. So the 3 tools I like you to explore for yourself before you get to your mat is first self-care. Make sure your clothes are comfortable, you're set up, and you're taking care of yourself to do this self-care process of the Vedic tools for the soma, tools for our body, and using light, using sound, using these subtle energies to get out of our minds and help our body heal itself. So get yourself comfortable. Set up your ritual sacred space for this process. The second tool is aromatherapy, which is part of the setup. So aromatherapy, again, you're using your olfactory system, bringing in plant medicine. Really good aroma for the third eye is lavender. Another one you might want to experiment with is sage. But experiment for yourself and see what makes you feel open-minded. And those scents is what you want to have around you when you're working on your third eye chakra. The other thing you want to do or might be consider doing on your waiting mat is surrounding yourself with some crystals, rocks, and gems, anything that's a really deep indigo blue or a purple is actually really good for the third eye, specifically amethyst. So if you have some amethyst or purple stones, you can put those around yourself while you're doing your tools and kind of create a little beautiful spot for yourself surrounded by the energy of those stones. And I picked this spot today because there's that branch behind me that I think looks like a unicorn. So this is where I'm going to work on my imagination and my insight. So we're going to begin today. Just find yourself a comfortable seat. We're going to do a few of our practices before we move into standing. The first thing that we do when we're using the Vedic tools is make the statement of that chakra. The statement of the third eye is I see. So we'll say that 3 times together. I see. I see. I see. And you can use these statements to kind of bring yourself to center, to focus on what you're going to do with your body next. The next thing we're going to do with our bodies is make some sound. We're going to do the chant of the third eye chakra, and the sound is Om. And when you do the in the Om, I want you to kind of vibrate your lips and almost see if you can create a vibration in your forehead. Okay? 3 times together. 1 breath out to clear. Om. Kind of tickles your lips. Om. So you can really feel that vibration in your skull, in your forehead, in your third eye. Now, before we get to standing, we're going to do our next tool, which is our visualization tool. So today we're going to play with our imagination and our mind's eye. And we're going to travel from ourselves, from our physical bodies, all the way out to the edges of the known universe, and then back to ourselves, and then all the way down to the edges of the micro universe as we understand subatomics. So all the way from the edge to the edge of space-time that we can see with our telescopes, all the way down to what we can see with our machines on the subatomic levels. So to begin, take a few breaths, just settle yourself down. Breathing in, breathing out. If it's comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And we're going to begin to imagine our minds in your visualization, in your mind's eye. Imagine floating up from your body, up through all the atmospheric layers of the earth, up past the moon, and from this vantage point you look back towards the sun, rising ever farther, higher away from the earth. You look back towards the sun, you see the sun. You can visualize Mercury in your mind's eye. Visualize Venus, this beautiful white shine. And then you turn your mind's eye outwards, and you begin to travel outwards from Earth, out past Mars, its beautiful redness. And you travel through the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And as you pass through, you're grateful to Jupiter's gravity for keeping these asteroids from raining down on the Earth. And you travel past Jupiter, and in your mind's eye you can visualize the giant storm, the eye of Jupiter, all its planets, all its moons traveling like its own little solar system. And out past Jupiter you travel past Saturn, past all the beautiful rings, every ring made of trillions, uncountable snowballs tumbling around, every snowball a tiny moon. Past Saturn you see Uranus, angled on its side, its moons in an orbit ajar from the rest. Past Neptune, and then you're starting to enter the Oort cloud, the outer layers of our solar system, a giant cloud of uncountable asteroids, one Pluto, formerly considered a planet. And through the Oort cloud, you travel ever onwards, out from yourself in your mind's eye, visualizing now yourself looking back at the solar system, moving away from the sun and the solar system until in your mind's eye the sun is nothing but a star, one of the many stars in the inky blue sky surrounding you. And you travel outwards through the galaxy, past countless solar systems, the star, our star, the sun receding, one of many in the distance in your mind's eye. And you travel ever outwards until you leave the galaxy itself. And you can look back upon the Milky Way galaxy, its beautiful spinning spiral. And you notice the Andromeda galaxy, our closest neighboring galaxy, traveling ever outwards in your mind's eye, all continuing on until even the Milky Way galaxy is nothing more than a tiny speck of light in an inky blue starry sky. And you're traveling out past the local group, out through the Virgo supercluster of galaxies, and every galaxy at this scale is now a tiny, tiny speck in an inky blue sky. Ever outwards you travel all the way till you reach the edge of the known universe, to what we can see with our telescopes, our tools and machines that expand our vision. And out here, at the edge of the known universe, allow your mind to rest. Take a breath. And allow your mind to possibly tap the curtain, the edge of the known universe. And some have imagined our universe a bubble, one of countless bubbles of universes. Some have imagined every black hole in the center of a galaxy cycling out to another universe. Allow your imagination to wander here, to wonder in awe, inspired by this immense vastness of this experience. Now take a breath in and out, and turn the ship of your imagination back down, back towards home, back down through the outer edges of the visible universe, back down through the Virgo supercluster to the local group. You see our galaxy begin to expand from a tiny dot of light, growing into a swirling disk of the Milky Way, the neighboring galaxy, the Andromeda galaxy, swirling towards us. And you dive into the Milky Way past countless solar systems, down towards our solar system, the Earth, the Sun. Down about a third of the way out in the spiral of the Milky Way, you travel until you see the Sun coming into focus. You begin to pass by the outer planets, bringing yourself all the way back down, past the moon, back down to Earth, to yourself, to your mind. And now, once you are back in your mind, in your visualization, in your imagination, imagine yourself traveling inward to a tiny scale. Imagine yourself observing your mind as almost as if you're looking at your mind from the inside, shrinking down ever tinier until you can see the network of neurons and synapses in your mind like a galaxy, like a brilliant specks of light in a shining in an inky blue sky. And you travel even further smaller, further down to the microcosm until you start to begin to visualize every atom in your mind, a tiny solar system. And here you begin to allow yourself to imagine what could be subatomic. Take a breath in and out, and allow your mind to maybe touch this curtain, the curtain of the microverse as we know it. Allow your mind to imagine what could possibly be smaller than what we can see with our electron microscopes. And take a breath in and out, and bring your mind's eye back up from the subatomic to the atomic, up through the synapses of your mind, back up to scale, back up to yourself. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to let that visualization fade. And we're going to move on from visualizing, traveling from the macrocosm to the microcosm, to our pranayama, our breath work, where we're using our lungs and our breathing to bring our bodies into balance. So a really good pranayama, a breath exercise for the third eye chakra, for our imagination, is called bee breath. So bee breath, again, like Om, we're going to vibrate our lips. We're going to say and let our lips vibrate and feel that vibration in our mind's eye if we can. So breathing in through our nose, out once to clear. Breathing in. Bee breath. Now another good breathing exercise, pranayama, for the third eye chakra is alternate nostril breath. And this is going to help us regulate the two hemispheres of our mind. And we stimulate the pineal gland. Okay? What we're going to do is make a shaka. And we're going to breathe out. Cover our left nostril. Breathe in through the right. Breathe out. Switch. In. Out. Switch. We're going to start that over. I'm sorry. Well, I was doing that wrong. Breathing out. Clear your nose. Breathing in through the left. Switch. Out through the right. In through the right. Switch. Out through the left. In through the left. Switch. Out through the right. In through the right. Switch. Out through the left. Now at your own pace. Chakra. I really struggle with that one, finding that balance. I feel dyslexic when I do it, but it really is good for really getting you to relax your mind. So I'm going to pause here. We're going to adjust the camera and move on to our yoga asanas, our yoga tools. From a standing position, we'll start. Okay, the first yoga asana posture we're going to do for our third eye is tree. So I want you to find your footing on your right leg, and bring your left leg up to your toes. Maybe you stay here and you can reach your arms up if you're comfortable. Or maybe if you feel balance and stability, you can bring your leg to your ankle or your thigh. Stay away from your knee. You never want to put it on your knee. Or you can fold your foot all the way into your hip crease. And as we're in here in tree, I want you to say to yourself out loud or in your mind, I see the big picture. I see the big picture. I see the big picture. Now we'll do that on the other side. Plant your left leg and bring your right leg up to what's comfortable for you. Arms up, if that's comfortable. I see the forest for the trees. I see the forest for the trees. I see the forest for the trees. Our next posture for the third eye is side bends. This is one of my favorite stretches. Come down to seated. You're going to put your left leg out and fold your right leg in. Reach your arms up overhead and bend down over your left leg. I like to open up my side body by turning this way. You can head towards your knee or you can turn over. I really enjoy this stretch. And as we open our side body, I want you to say to yourself, my mind is open. My mind is open. As I open my body, I open my mind. Now we'll do that on the other side. And you kind of reach up and out and over from your hips, reaching towards your foot. Again, if this is more comfortable, I really love this stretch. And I want you to say to yourself, my mind is infinitely united. My mind is infinitely united. My mind is infinitely united. That's such a nice stretch on your inside of your leg and up your side body. And the idea with a lot of these asanas is as we open our body, we do help open our minds. The next pose we're going to do for our mind's eye is dolphin. Dolphin's a lot like downward dog, only you're going to be on your elbows. So I want you to come to all fours, put your elbows down on the ground, and then we're going to lift up into downward dog, looking forward with your eyes. I concentrate. I concentrate. I concentrate. Dolphin. The next pose we're going to do for our mind's eye is kneeling yoga mudra. So we're going to stay again this position. If this isn't comfortable, with your toes tucked under, roll up a towel or a blanket and put it under your ankles or flatten your feet. If this is comfortable for you, I want you to come onto your toes, clasp your arms behind your back. And we're going to come down and bring our forehead to the mat. Arms overhead. I have purpose. I have purpose. I have purpose. And our last asana for the mind's eye is forward, wide-legged forward fold. So once you come back up to standing, plant your feet farther than hip distance apart, what's comfortable for you. And I want you to come forward from your hips, you're bending forward. And when we're down in our forward fold, we're going to say, I am aware to ourselves. Come forward just as far as comfortable for you. Bend your knees if there's any strain. I am aware. I am aware. Bend your knees and come back up. Your head's the last thing to come up from any inversion. Now, those are some really good asanas, some really good postures for stimulating your mind's eye, your third eye chakra. And to close, we're going to do, as always, I love a moving meditation, and I'm borrowing from one of my favorite teachers. Her name's Brenda Blakely, and she taught me that there is a connection between our third eye chakra, our pineal gland, and our feet. So we're going to do a meditational flow that really stretches our feet out. Again, if this isn't comfortable for you, just slowly work your way towards tucking your toes under. And in time, you'll find the flexibility there. So we begin in Thunderbolt Rock, toes underneath. We're going to breathe in and out. Now tap it out. Breathe in and out. Now with straight toes, we're going to lean backwards, stretching our ankles. Breathe in and out. Forward to child's pose. Breathe in and out. You'll stay low and you're going to slide up into cobra. Breathe in and out. Push up to plank. Breathe in and out. Fold to downward dog. Breathe in and out. Lower your knees, and you're back to where you began. So we're going to go through that flow 2 more times. You can go at your own pace, breathing in and out in every position. Last round. Toe stretch. Shake it out. Ankle stretch. Child's pose. Cobra. Plank. Down dog. Back to center. So I hope you feel your mind opening and you feel your body opening. We're going to close today with chanting Om together. The mudra for the mind's eye, for the third eye chakra, is putting your knuckles together, index fingers and thumbs together. So you're creating this really cool shape. You can put this on your forehead and we're going to chant Om once together. Remember to vibrate your lips so you can feel it in your thumbs against your forehead. Breathing in and out to clear. So thanks for exploring these tools for the third eye chakra. It's me today. This is session 6 of 7. And maybe I'll see you next time when we explore the crown chakra. Thanks for watching.